Today, Jane and I are looking at a 16-foot Airstream Caravel. I'm here with my aunt, and we want her to camp with us, so we've convinced her that she needs a travel trailer too.
Yay, I'm excited.
What do you want in your travel trailer?
A bed area that I can just leave as a bed, seating area, bathroom, indoor kitchen, and lots of windows. 95% of the time I am not pulling a camper. I don't want to get any bigger of a car than I have to.
Come along with us as we look for a small, lightweight travel trailer for Jane. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see all the trailers we look at. Airstream makes two 16-foot models in the traditional silver bullet shape, the Bambi and the Caravel. While they have the exact same layout, the Caravel has some upgraded features compared to the Bambi. We'll look at a Bambi in another video. The Caravel is 16.1 feet long with a dry weight of 3,500 pounds and a fully loaded weight of 4,300 pounds. It has a 23-gallon freshwater tank and a combined black and gray water tank that holds 30 gallons. It comes solar enabled, so you could plug in solar panels, or there's an option for solar panels on the roof. It also has an outdoor shower. The exterior has a manual awning over the front. The Caravel also has options to add awnings to the other sides, which can be really nice if you're camping in the hot sun. The Caravel has a wet bath and sleeps 3. Although they claim that it sleeps 4, to me that seems unrealistic with the size of the beds. It also has a nice sized storage compartment in the back, as well as a small compartment that holds your cranks. Let's go look inside. The convertible dinette is slightly larger than a twin at 40 by 91 inches, and the fixed bed is slightly smaller than a double at 48 by 78 inches. It's got this nice table here, which is really pretty wide, and this folds down into a bed. And then one of the things I really like about these is the overhead storage. In a camper this size, you often don't get a lot of overhead storage. But these have these nice sliding storages that are really very deep. It's also got wraparound windows on both the front end here and on the back, which you'll see when we go look at the bed, which is also an upgrade from the Bambi, which only has the wraparound windows in the front. Okay, so this is the little kitchen area. One of the upgrades that I think is really neat here is this fan over the stove, which, you know, if you're cooking inside is really, really nice. It's got a little fridge. It's a two-way fridge, so it only runs on electricity, but it can run both on shore power or battery. This is a 3.1 cubic feet, so it's on the small side, but still got a pretty good amount of space. You also have, again, some nice overhead storage here. And then you've got a really nice sink with a nice faucet, which is, again, sort of an upgrade from the Bambi series, as well as these two little windows to let in some extra light. There is a microwave, and then there's a couple of small drawers. This is pretty deep, but quite shallow compared to the depth of the unit itself. One other thing that's interesting on this, that's an upgrade again from the Bambi, is that the air conditioner is vented. It's ducted through, so you actually have these vents instead of having the big unit that's kind of hanging out in the ceiling like you see in a lot of campers. So that's a pretty nice feature. And then this is the little bed area, which again has some overhead storage. In these smaller Airstreams, the beds are all double beds or even slightly smaller than double bed. So, you know, that's a factor if you've got 2 people and you're going to be real cozy in your bed. But you do also have these amazing windows here, which is such a great feature of these campers. Okay, so here is one of the coolest things about this. You get a whole closet in this camper. For a camper this size, a closet is actually pretty spectacular in my opinion. And last is the little bathroom. You know, pretty tiny, but certainly functional. It's a wet bath, so your shower and your toilet are in the same space. You do have these 2 nice little windows to give you some light, and there's a fan in here, which is independent from the max fan in the camper, so that's pretty awesome. Also, I love this. little cord here so you can hang your clothes or towels to dry, which I think is a pretty nice feature. I'm gonna stand in here so you get some perspective. This is the size. I'm 5'8", so I would be comfortable. If you're much taller, you might not be, but you're camping, it's okay. Okay. One last little bit of storage that I really like in here is this little drawer. Maybe you could toss your shoes in there or something else as you come in. Kind of handy. Let's find out what Jane thought about this trailer.
I really did like it. It seemed very spacious. Yeah, it did have a lot of storage. It had a lot of windows.
This trailer is beautifully laid out for something this size. Because the ceilings are very high, it feels very spacious. It has some really nice touches. For example, I love the heavy curtain that separates the sleeping area from the rest of the trailer. And I love the little cord that you can extend in the bathroom to hang wet stuff. Of course, the big wraparound windows are amazing and let in a ton of light. And with the Caravel, you get them at both the front and the back of the trailer. I also like that there's a lot of fans. There's a small fan in the bathroom, which is a really nice feature. There's also a vent over the cooktop that is truly vented, so your cooking smells can be pushed outside. Some of the vents that are in small travel trailers don't actually go anywhere. So while there is a vent there, it's actually just blowing the air into your trailer. The ducted air system is also a really nice feature. Not only do you not have the fan sort of in the ceiling and kind of in the way, but it also can help to keep the whole thing warm and to keep the pipes and everything warm if you're camping in colder weather. This is a kind of trailer that you could really get a lot of mileage out in the shoulder seasons of camping, or even in cold weather if you want to do it carefully. What are some cons about the Airstream Caravel?
Really, really liked it, but it was pricier than some of the others. So
I got a quote for the setup that Jane would want in the Airstream Caravel, and it was $75,000. That is a major investment. Now, of course, you get what you pay for, and that is probably more true in the RV industry than other places. However, you're still going to pay a premium for the Airstream brand. In my book, the Caravel is pretty heavy.
they were referring to when I get my new truck.
The Bambi, which is the same basic size and layout, is quite a bit lighter. So if you're looking for a truly lightweight travel trailer, I think the Caravel is really pushing the limit. A few less obvious features that I was surprised by. First of all, while you have these beautiful windows on both sides, only one section of the window actually opens and closes. And most of the other windows, the small oblong windows, don't open at all. So you don't have the ability that you have in some of the other competing trailers. For example, we have an Alto where all the windows open all the way, and you can get a lot of cross breeze that way. The beds in Airstreams are pretty tiny. The fixed bed is slightly less than a double, and the dinette converts to basically a twin-sized bed. So if you're expecting to sleep 4 people in this, you are going to be very cozy. I had some concerns about the power setup in the Airstream. It comes standard with a really basic RV battery, with an upgrade to a slightly better one that takes a little less maintenance, but neither of them are lithium batteries that can fully discharge. So the amount of power you can get from a single charge is going to be limited. Now, the refrigerator in the Airstream Caravel is an electric-only 2-way fridge. So it runs on 120 or 12 volts. That means that you either need to be plugged into shore power or running off your battery. If you do a lot of boondocking where you're going to go somewhere that doesn't have hookups, even a lot of state parks where we camp don't have hookups for RVs, that means that you're going to have to run your refrigerator fully off the battery. Now, if it's a really hot day, you may have some trouble keeping that fridge cold with the amount of battery that's provided. You can get a roof-mounted solar panel on this, but it's only 90 watts of solar, which isn't very much. You could also plug in a suitcase-style solar panel to this, but again, your batteries are kind of limited. So I fear that with this combination, if you're camping in the very hot and need to keep your fridge cold, or very cold and need to run your heater a lot, you may end up having to use a generator. Want to see more small, lightweight trailer videos? Check out other videos in our series like this one.